Now, a little bit softer now. Pickle!
Wait a minute! Look! He's been hiding the pickles under his tongue the whole time.
You gotta say Pickle. You gotta do something.
Pickle!
Pickle. All right, we got next episode 4, 5 episode. I think it's 4. Getting ready to jump into some pretty cool topics that showed up throughout the world of sports, kind of highlighting baseball, but not exactly. And this is our little rundown of things that we think are interesting. Topic number one, Mookie Betts is doing damage. Mookie is good. What is his impact on the Dodgers? And also just let's just chat about Mookie being awesome because he's pretty damn good. It's pretty good.
First of all, his name is Mookie, which makes him awesome. Yeah, Mookie is nice. First time I watched him play Triple A. And I had heard about him from Matt Gedman, son of Rich Gedman, who was playing with him in A-ball, and he goes, hey, we got this guy. His name's Mookie. He is nice. Swing characteristics, all the things we're talking about. But he's just skinny, but he still rakes. And I was like, it doesn't matter how wide you are, you can still rake. And I saw
he's listed at 5'9", 180.
I'd probably take him.
And he has pumps.
Probably 5'7" and 168 though. Like he finishes the season at shorter and less weight. He loses height. Now he's some of the most efficient, cleanest moves, ability to move like crazy. Like he's Gumby. We nicknamed him Gumby, and he's awesome. He's a great kid. Works really hard. And he's still getting better, I think, because he's learning about himself. Spending time with JD Martinez was probably really, really good for him.
Mookie's going to have some bigger swing moves because he's looser. That's why we call him Gumby. So it's a testament to him with how much he's engaging in himself, how much he's invested into his own knowledge of hitting, and he's incredibly deliberate. I think you take a guy like him who is a great hitter, you could tell him how to hit however you want, and he's going to produce. But he's doing some special things. One stat that I found, his current hard hit ball percentage. So these are balls in play. His career average is 37.9. He's currently hitting 53.6% of his balls in play hard. That's absurd. His soft percentage is right around his average is at 13.6. Average is 15.1. His just medium percentage is gone. Like he's only hitting. His average is 47% medium, and he's currently at 32.8 medium. So he's barreling balls. When he hits the ball well, he's flushing it. To do that consistently against the pitching that he faces on a regular basis is just wild.
Is case in point, like knowing what guys you could pay and which ones you can't. There was no doubt about the fact that Boston should have paid him and made him a generational player. Sweet move though. Let him go, and he'll be with another team for.
The Red Sox are under the luxury tax threshold though, so
yes,
thumbs up to that. They have unlimited dollars, and they just really wanted to get under the threshold.
But I'll tell you what. Hey, they lost their sellout streak this year. It's too bad. They probably lost it before, but I just said that because there's no fans in the stands, and I thought it was funny. It's so awkward to watch a baseball game with no fans, by the way.
Have you seen the when they pumped the fake fan noise in? I was watching the Padres A's, and somebody like struck out, and it was like boo, boo. It was like panning the crowd. There's nobody there.
I'd rather
listen to the sounds when they had Fernando Tatis Jr. mic'd up for like a whole inning. It was awesome. Do that the whole game. Just talk to the best mic'd up clips. Was a couple years ago with Mookie playing right field. I think Chris Bryant hit a ball over his head, and he's like, "Whoop, not gonna get this one, guys." And he like chased after it while he was mic'd up. It was awesome. I think they should just put Mookie on mic every game. Give him whatever revenue he needs. He's getting paid pretty well.
I love Marcus.
He's good.
He's my favorite.
Next topic: Gerrit Cole, borderline crying because his pitches, he may be tipping his own pitches. the irony of it, considering he was coming from the Astros. I mean, tipping pitch is part of the game. Using cameras to steal pitch sequences and bang a trash can is also part of the game. Frowned upon, but part of the game. I know you've got some pretty good stories about Deano Navarro with his ability to get pitches. My two quick stories were in college. We had the signs 90% of the time just from our first base coach, either looking in or looking at the second baseman to do open fist, closed fist behind his back. 90% of the time we had signs. And then John Kelly, Independent League.
Yeah.
Thanks for tapping your finger, telling us if a fastball is it. He tapped on fastballs, didn't tap on breaking balls, or the opposite. I forget which one. Either way, it was coming, and it certainly helped. But I know you got Navarro stuff on this. Cole, if you don't like it, figure it out. Watch your own tape. Stop tipping your pitches.
The good thing, first of all, for John Kelly, I didn't need his finger waggle or not. I raked him. I hope he watches this. And
That's rude.
I raked him.
That's rude.
I raked him, dude. That's what I did. I mean, I was like 9 for 2 off him with a billion homers. Sorry. What do you want me to do? You hit your first career home run off John Kelly. That's why you brought him up, and that's why I like when you bring it up.
I didn't know the sign on that about either.
I'm gonna say this again, right? I'm gonna come full circle with this whole sign stealing, knowing what's coming. Hitting is still really hard, and hitting against Gerrit Cole is still really hard, even if you know what he's about to throw you. Like, he throws 1,000 with nasty secondary stuff.
If hitters are doing a better job game planning and just sitting pitches, it's going to come off as they know what's coming, because for a guy like Cole, I think you have to sit specific zones, specific speed. You have to be kind of dialed into what you want to hit. And if you're ahead in the count, you have a chance. And he's throwing 100 with a nasty breaking ball. And just everything he throws is filthy. So you got to kind of pick your spots against him. If he falls behind, then it increases your chances of success. If a pitcher told me what was coming, I mean, it's like playing rock.
You'd be more effective.
Do rock, paper, scissors and tell the person what you're going to throw and see what that's like. That's like, I always like using that analogy for guessing pitches. Do rock, paper, scissors, except you have to do it to a zone. Do like a 9-box zone. Rock, paper, scissors to a specific location.
So many possible combinations.
It's just to win that is really hard.
Gianna Navarro stories. Okay, so how many times did the 2015 Blue Jays get accused of stealing signs from hotels and cameras and whatever? It was probably 4,702,000,000, right? Like, everybody's still talking about it. Andy Burns is with the Blue Jays right now, and he was telling me that he's at the alternate training site, and I know Andy really well. And Derek Fisher was down there, and Fisher obviously was part of the Astros, and he was trying to defend the whole Astros situation, right? And he was like, well, the Blue Jays were doing it in 2015. Like, okay. And Burnsy was like, no, dude, I went up to the big leagues in 2016. Like, I never heard anything about this. And so 2015, everybody was accusing us because we were raking. And I was like, dude, no, we never stole a sign through a camera, through a runner on second base. We just had Gianna Navarro on our team, who was like the best player ever at picking up pitches, like pitchers tipping their pitches. Which, again, I said this before, like, we didn't need the signs because we raked anyway, and we didn't have them all the time. But I would say, like, somewhere between 40 and 50% of the pitchers in the American League, we had something on. Like, we thought we had something, or we thought we had something. A lot of guys didn't like having the signs, so like he would always say, like, hey, you want them? And but the funniest one was, like, he came out of the clubhouse one day and he wasn't catching. And I wasn't playing. He had his shoes untied, his glasses on. He was wearing his hat like kind of up like that. It was a day game, and he was sitting there. And I turned to him after the first pitch, and I was like, Navi, ¿estás durmiendo? Like, you sleeping? He's like, no, Cody, no. And then 3 pitches later, he's like, okay, I got him. And he had like I was like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, like, when he's doing this like glove turn right here, heater. Like, if he does it once like that, it's a breaking ball. I was like, you saw 3 pitches. How do you know that? I was like, no, you didn't see 3 pitches. You were sleeping. But he knew. He was good. He had the highest baseball IQ out of anybody I've ever played with. And it wasn't, and it's not close. Like, literally not close.
How much do you think his ability to do that was from catching and studying pitchers and just looking for things versus just straight IQ? Or are they the same thing? Is one cause of the other?
I have 2 arguments to be made there. Like, one, I mean, I think obviously as a catcher, if you pay attention, I think you can learn a ton about the game and figure it out. This is gonna sound mean probably, but like Navi's not the best athlete in the world. Like and I could make the argument that he's a really good athlete because like physically, like he's not imposing. You know, he's shorter, stocky.
He doesn't have objective physicality
Yeah,
that you would expect from a major league player.
And to be honest with you, like he never lifted weights ever. Like I never saw him go in the weight room. Maybe twice. We played soccer as a team before BP every day. Like we would go out and kick the soccer ball around. That was like our exercise. And him and Batista would wear like their Barcelona jerseys or their Real Madrid jerseys or whatever. He was a master video game player, like one of the top 1,000 FIFA players in the world, I think. Like if you played him one-on-one, you couldn't take the ball from him in FIFA. But I think he just paid attention better than everybody else. So like I think he realized that part of what made him a great player was his ability to be smarter than everybody else. And he did that in droves. Like he always like was hunting pitches. He was always thinking about, you know, what was next. And it definitely led him to being good with maybe some limited athletic stuff. And I think I would say a lot of the same stuff holds true for myself. Like, I don't think what makes me good is my physicality. I mean, I'm tall. That's about it.
He was just special in that regard with the ability to, as you said, pay attention. We've talked about that a ton, how that is a very powerful skill to have as a baseball player.